Boom, ba-da-ba-da, boom, ba-da-ba-da, boom, ba-da-ba-da, boom, 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 ba-da-ba-da, boom, ba-da-ba-da, boom, ba-da-ba-da, boom, 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 boom. All right, today's Super Bowl Sunday. Hope everybody's doing great. This is MG here from MGCovers.com. And what we're going to do in this video, we're going to give you the 5 best proposition bets for Super Bowl 53. So let's get started. Okay, number 1, Super Bowl MVP. As you can expect, Tom Brady and Jared Goff are the favorites to win Super Bowl MVP. Brady's listed at plus 140, Jared Goff at plus 250. That makes a lot of sense. And obviously, this makes sense because 29 out of the 52 Super Bowls, the quarterback has been the MVP 56% of those times. Now, the second most popular position to be MVP is running back. Running back hit 5 times. Now, what's interesting, so you might be saying, are we going to play Todd Gurley? No. So check this out. This is a very interesting Super Bowl fact. A cornerback or safety has been MVP 3 times. So not too far behind the running back. So again, what we're trying to do in this, we're trying to have some fun, but we're also trying to make smart wagers. You might think I'm crazy, but my selection for Super Bowl MVP to find a lot of value, we're going with Marcus Peters, plus 12. It's plus 12,500. And again, this isn't far-fetched. Maybe he gets an early interception in the Super Bowl, and then maybe near the end of the game, Brady's driving to win the game. Marcus Peters seals it with the interception. It could happen, and we get a lot of value. Look at this. A $10 play on that would return $12.50. A $100 play would bring us 12,500. And again, understand it's long odds, but again, we're trying to look for value. Not much value in playing the obvious favorites of Tom Brady and Jared Goff. Okay, proposition wager number 2: who will score first and who will win the game? You got obviously you got 4 choices. The favorite would be New England scores first and New England wins the game. And again, this situation we're looking sort of a toss-up, but I do like New England scores first and LA wins the game. If you watch my previous video, I have LA winning this. So our value and our pick here is going to be New England scores first, but LA wins the game plus 300. Okay, number 3, I absolutely love this one. Will there be a penalty for roughing the passer? Again, we're trying to find value, but I mean, let's just be realistic about this. I can't believe this is on only at we're laying some juice here, minus 155, but this is a no-brainer in my opinion. Again, you got to lay some juice, but I mean, let's think about it. Rams are going to try to get to Brady. I mean, that's one of the keys in the game. So without a doubt, we're going to have a roughing the passer penalty. So that's going to be a play there at a minus 155. Number 4, margin of victory. We're only going to focus on 2 numbers here. Patriots by 1-6, Patriots by 7-12, Rams by 1-6 points, and Rams by 7-12 points. The reason being, the majority of games in NFL end in 7 or less. So the reason you wouldn't play the 7-12 point proposition would be because that game would have to end exactly on a 7 for either team. So not a lot of value there. But the value play would be playing both of these teams, Rams by 1-6 points, Patriots by 1-6 points. I believe this is going to be a close game. So in order to capture both sides, we would play both of those numbers. So if either team wins by 6 points or less, you're going to cash on both of those. Cash on one of those. And so what I did is just broke that down. $100 play, Patriots, you'd win $350. Oh, I take that back. So your total amount, you're going to bet, if you laid 100 for the Patriots, that's plus 350, 100 for the Rams, plus 375. Total wagered is 200 if game ends in a margin of less than 7. Regardless of wins the game, you would win. So the Patriots, you would win $150, Rams 175. Okay, number 5. This is probably my favorite proposition for the Super Bowl, exact winning margin. And this is statistically based. If you watched another video, we talked about this as well. More games in the NFL end in 3 than any other number, and that's throughout the history of the NFL. That number comes in at 18%. So 18% of the time, which is the highest percentage, games are going to end in 3. The second most important number, and this is true when you handicap in football, so it's a good tip, is going to be 7. 11% of the games end in 7, exactly 7 margin of victory. So our 2 numbers we're going to focus on, if you look at this board, they have 1 through 7. The only 2 numbers we're going to focus on are going to be 3 and 7 so that we capture the greatest chance of hitting this. So what you can do is, what I would do, the first one is 3. Patriots by 3 at plus 700. Rams by 3 points at plus 1,000. What I would do is I would pick one of those, okay? Then on the next wager, Patriots by 7 points, 1,200. Rams by 7 points, 1,200. I would pick one of these. But what I would not do is I would pick one team for 3, one team for the 7, if that makes sense. So actually what I'm going to do is, I think I'm playing, I got already put this in. I'm going Rams plus 3, which gives me plus 1,000, and Patriots by 7 points at plus 1,200. But if you want to go the opposite direction, you can. You just don't want to play both of those teams at 3 and 7. Okay, so let's summarize everything. We've actually listed 7 proposition wagers, and what I would suggest a majority of you do for a very conservative approach, take your unit size and divide by 7. The reason you need to do this is if you lost every single prop bet, the only thing you would lose would be 1 unit. So for example, if a unit for you is $100, you divide that by 7, that'd be $14 a wager. So if you lost every single one, you'd only lose $100, okay? Same thing for a dime player at 1,000, you're wagering you're playing 140 per wager. Note, so for $100 total, which is again is $14 wager per prop, if all of the wagers lose, this is what's great about prop bets in the Super Bowl. If all the wagers lose, but any of the following wagers hit, you would make a profit. If Peters wins the MVP, you would get a total of $12.64. If the Patriots win by 7, you get plus 182. Rams win by 3, plus 156. Now, I recorded this video real fast, and just so if anybody's fact checking me here, I did not factor in the juice at minus 155. So that would, in essence, all you have to do is take $55 out of any of those wagers for a $100 player to come up with your the amount that you'd win. So guys, hope you enjoyed our video on the 5 best proposition bets for the Super Bowl. We are playing all the ones that you mentioned. We're going to play sort of conservative. If you like this video, click the like button. Also subscribe. It really does help grow the channel. You can even share this video on Twitter, share it on Facebook. Check out our website, MGCovers.com. So, hey, good luck on the Super Bowl, guys.